Alrighty, let's do this. S&P 500 daily chart. Looking at the futures here, December contrast. Look at this big down day. 89.5, pretty much all of it down. Yesterday was a cycle low. Guess what, folks? I think what we got, just maybe, might see this going on right there. Might see this little dippy do like this, a 2-day bounce, and then a boom, boom. And so if that's true, this cycle would come in late, like over here, just like this one did. And so what we really have is kind of a bigger thing going on like that. Probably like 3 equal cycles in here, maybe. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on this. What this looks like, it may be the beginning of a pretty good decline coming down into late October, early November. We'll see. A little too early to say, but this is a pretty decent down day. And to me, it looks just like this. So tomorrow, the next day, I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like this, but you might see a little bouncy bounce and then a pretty decent pullback. Okay, so let's see how that goes. All right, let's take a look at the trade of the day, and then we'll get to all the rest of the products. Of course, we have to turn on the Giddus Plus indicator because this is the monster indicator that has made a lot of people a lot of money. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I already see the trade of the day on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if the 15-minute chart's any better. What do you know? They're both excellent. Okay, we'll stick at the 15-minute chart. The 5-minute chart's just as good. They're both really good here. 15-minute chart right here, 6 o'clock this morning. I tell my members all this all the time. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description. $7.99 a month. Look at this. 6 o'clock this morning. Giddus Plus indicator says do it. Flat line here, which is really good. That's excellent when you see it sitting right on the flat line, the 0 right there, because that means whatever the SMI is doing, the market's going to do. As it rolled over up here, boom, take the trade. And bam, look at this. From 58.10 all the way down safely, even if you were conservative and got out at 57.50, that was 60-point drop. You know what that means, don't you? Cut it in half. $3,000. You can just divide by 2, folks, get your number, which is 30, and add on 2 zeros. That's how you figure out what the dollars are for one contract. Okay, $3,000. How sweet is that? Trade of the day. It doesn't get any better. $3,000 day if you're just paying attention. Let me tell you something else. Even if you came in late, like you're just late to the show, late to the game, as they say, get in at 8:30. Look at this momentum. Goes negative down here. Time to go for the trade. Boom. Even there it was 57.70. Probably safe to go down to 57.50. 20 points. That's $1,000. Okay. Either way, you made a bunch of money today. Now I know why I say become a member. $7.99. Are you kidding me? Like this one trade today alone would have paid for a lifetime worth of membership. Okay, there's your trade of the day. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3 easy, big money day. Let's check out the rest of the products. Go look at the Dow Jones transportation. We'll go through all of them. Yesterday I missed crude oil. I'll do it today. Happens. Sometimes it happens. Let's look at the daily chart. Crude oil taking a bit of a dive. A lot going on in the world that could affect crude oil. Not that Iran is attacking Israel. Pretty big attack there today. Probably not going to affect crude oil necessarily. But the Middle East is definitely a hot spot. Here in the United States, 2 big events have happened. We had the massive Helene, I believe the way it's pronounced. The Helene hurricane in the southeast really did a lot of damage. A lot of people died there across the southeast. Billions of dollars in damage. It's going to be a long time for some communities to recover. Some areas you can't even get to yet. Still having a hard time getting to some communities. Really bad. So the United States under stress, for sure, all along the southeast, across the southeast, okay? And in addition to that, the port employees, the ones that handle the bring in the merchandise into the shipping ports here in the United States, are on strike. Probably won't affect crude oil, they say. But can you really trust anything coming out of this administration? I mean, seriously. These people, so gosh, if their mouth is moving, they're lying. So do I think it could affect crude oil delivery? Yeah, maybe. So anyway, transportation could get affected here negatively by the port strike, depending on how long it lasts. So keep an eye on that because it may have an impact. Let's turn off the Kitos Plus indicator. We don't really need it for the daily charts. Let's move on to the Russell 2000. We're gonna knock these out. We're gonna go right through these. Down day today here on the Russell 2000, just like the S&P 500. Pretty big down day. Okay, it looks like there's more work to be done here for this to keep coming down. More work to be done. Okay, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Same thing here, big down day, more work to be done. Looks like there might be cycle low here, maybe here. Hard to say, maybe it's this one right here instead. That looks better to me. So guess what? Could be a cycle low here, or a cycle, I should say. Let's draw it. Let's see if it works out. We're going to approximate this. And there you go. There's a cycle approximate right there. Okay, I'll do it about right there. Boom, there's a cycle. Cycle looks like it could be valid. I'll put it in here, green. So there's a cycle. Pretty close. Keeping things pretty happy here, right? A little bit down, boom, down, boom, down. A little early, but that's okay. And so if that's true, we are looking at October 21st. Then over here is November 13th. Okay. So that's a daily. I'll put in a little label here. Oh, I see it's happening here. I gotta take this off here now because I put this on the wrong chart. I'll put it on the wrong chart. There we go. That's better. So the cycle's already in there. Looks like I already picked it up before. October 8th. I was looking at the 2-hour chart. My bad. The 2-hour drawing set. Daily drawing set for the daily chart makes sense to me. October 8th. Okay, it looks like it wants to come right down into that. There's also another one, October 16th. So I expect this area right here, and maybe even over here, to be a pretty hot spot. It got some 2 cycles pretty close to each other, and then there's 2 cycles close to each other over here. I could see a lot of pullback potentially happening here with these many cycles in the NASDAQ. Let's move on to the Nikkei 225. What is happening in Japan? Big down day a couple days ago. Now it's tracking sideways. This looks like it's unfinished business, though. Looks like it's fighting positive momentum. So we're going to wait to see if this does the old bouncy bounce. Okay. Let's look at the Japanese yen. What's happening there? Trying to get engaged. Aren't we all? Trying to get engaged here to go higher. And momentum is still going down. So the battle's on. Does it do the bounce, or does momentum push it down further? So right now it's tracking sideways. Kind of a mixed message here. Let's look at the euro dollar. Big down day. October 3rd. Yeah, wow, right on time. Coming right down into the cycle low, guys. Look at this. Going to come right down into this bad boy. Might even go a little bit longer than October 3rd. Yep. Got some red showing up here on the MACD, even though it's still positive territory. So I expect more pullback in the euro dollar. I'd short this. Right now, I would absolutely positively short this on a small position. And don't forget, you can do the M6E, which is a tiny micro. I like shorting this for a small position. Looks good to me. British pound. Same thing. This cycle's a little bit different. It may need to adjust this cycle. If I was going to short anything, I'd short the euro dollar. I wouldn't short the British pound. British pound, I'd be a little more patient. It does look like it wants to pull back, and it probably will, but it's stronger than the euro dollar, so I wouldn't short it. I would short the euro. Let's take a look at, we haven't looked at the US dollar. It should be bouncing a little bit. We haven't looked at this in a while. That even still, all this degradation, it's got a little bounce going on, but still negative momentum. This does not look healthy to me, though. That's kind of bullish right there. That's kind of bullish, not touching the bottom. Okay. Let's look at gold. Bouncy bounce. Momentum crazy strong. We're past September 26th. Looks like the cycle low might have been on the 30th. Okay. If it does one of those, get ready for the gold to go even higher. Okay. If it comes way down like there, that's a different story. Then we would know that something's up because if it gets below these two lines, like the zero line and touches down here, that's going to be a little bit of a change of behavior. Okay. But for right now, still bullish. Huge bullish on gold. Let's look at silver, then we'll look at crude oil. Silver. A little bit of a green day. Trying to pull back. Also very bullish on the momentum. Still green here. No red to show of yet. But this may pull back more. As you know, if you watched yesterday's video, I'm acquiring gold. I'm actually acquiring gold. Gold in hand. Not in some dorky account or somebody can steal it, rob it, whatever. I don't trust brokers. Had some bad experience with brokers lately. I sure the hell don't trust them to be a custodian of my silver. Ain't gonna happen. All right. Silver looks like it could pull back a little bit more. Let's go check out crude oil. Yeah, cycle low October 1st was today. And it did pull way back pretty far down here and then had a big bounce. So it got as low as 66.33. Look at that. I said the crude oil could get down to 65 again. It got down to 66 today and then bounced hard. You know what's going on there, I think? Exactly. The ports are closed and people are banking that crude oil will bounce because the ports in the United States are going to drive the price up. I think that's what's happening there. Okay. That may persist and it may not. But there's a cycle low today and definitely got all the way down to 66. Not surprised. Okay. Overall, crude oil is still super weak momentum-wise, but this is kind of a positive sign. If it can muster and get it back up to here and get above this line, that would be moving in a positive direction. If it can't do that, that's a different story. Or if it fails down here, okay. So we got to keep an eye on that. Right now, momentum is still negative. Though we got some green going on, I don't think it's enough yet to say that crude oil is out of the woods, so to speak. Let's take a look at corny corn. Absolutely on a rampage. 430 got up today. Higher than that, 432. 432. So corn is just rolling. Now it's definitely bullish. Super bullish up here. Look at this. Doesn't touch bottom. Doesn't touch the bottom. Okay, corn looks pretty strong. Watch out for that cycle low October 10th because it could bite you. Just 9 days away. Right now, corn still looks strong. I think it could go a little higher. I would not be surprised to see it go to 440. I think there's more in this for corn. Small position, long, probably okay. Just be careful of October 10th. All right, let's look at XLP. What is happening over in our favorite ETF? Tracking sideways. Look at this, tracking sideways. Momentum on the SMI has come down. Trying to do that. Momentum is really coming down hard here on the MACD. Price is tracking absolutely sideways. I think eventually it's going to give it up a little bit here. And then we'll watch as it gets closer to October 20th. And then we'll watch to see what does momentum do, what does SMI do. Okay, if this goes negative momentum down here, that's going to change the dynamic of this ETF. For now, I would just chill. I wouldn't trade it. I think I've covered everything. If you want to become a member, $7.99 a month, you get streaming charts for the S&P 500, streaming charts for gold. You get the 5-minute, 15-minute, 1-hour streaming charts with the 1-hour cycles on both those products. Super nice. Nightly email, Monday through Thursday. 5 different charts going to email. And I always give my opinion about what I think the market's going to do the next day. And there's alerts on the Discord server. Now, I had a member ask me, how do the alerts work? Okay, if you're a new member or you never used alerts before, when you go on the Discord server, just find the product that has the alerts that you're looking for. Let's say it's S&P 500. Just right-click on that channel, turn notifications on. If you want it for gold, same thing. Just right-click on the channel, turn notifications on the Discord server, and you will be notified on your Discord app, whether that's on your desktop, laptop, Android, Apple phone, whatever. Okay? That's how that works. Yeah, all that for $7.99. Really sweet. That is it. That is it. I will try to squeeze in some mornings, maybe tomorrow morning, Wednesday, to do a pre-market update on live Twitch. Twitch Live. I'll see if I can make it happen. Pretty busy some of these days. I don't always get a chance to do it, but I'll try it. We'll see if we can make it happen tomorrow. That's it for now. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. Talk to you all real soon again next time.